Recording and hello, and welcome to another edition of the Blowing Bubbles podcast. I want to make sure we got good sound today because I have a treat here for you. We got Miss Classy in the building. She is so much of a powerhouse. Oh my goodness. From the day we met, I just knew I had to have her on this podcast. Miss Classy. She is a financial educator. Let me tell you something. In all aspects of finances, she is helping people change their lives. We are breaking generational curses. Miss Classy, how you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I am amazing. You looking good.
You took the words
Listen,
out my mouth.
I need to implement the shoe cam. I know Wendy did it, but listen, these shoes, y'all can't see the shoes, but the shoes. I hope she brought some slippers because I'm gonna need her to leave them shoes here.
I didn't. I did it.
I got some slippers though. I
Okay.
can.
We'll swap.
Hey, girl. Oh man.
Baby,
Woo.
it's been a minute.
So wait a minute. Let's start with let's start with a little bit of personal.
Okay.
You just went to Bali on us.
Girl, I did. I did. It
Oh.
was everything plus more. Yes, that was me. I left it all.
Oh
I left it all.
man.
It was a person. You ever go through life and hit your personal chapter, like where you don't care about nobody else, nothing going on for your peace, your sanity is do or die. Where it's like I have to take this time for myself or else.
That would be now.
I have hit that point. I originally said, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a 30-day sabbatical." It ended up being 45. I was like,
I did that
"Listen,
earlier this year. I literally traveled for about 6 weeks straight. I mean, they was like, "Wait a minute, you just came home yesterday. What you mean you flying back out tomorrow?" Yes, I did.
I told the client, but at least I didn't just jump ship. I told all my clients, look, on this day, for the next 30 days, starting on this day, you're on your own. Don't call me, don't text me, figure it out. Because in my industry, I'm the go to person and I cripple a
Mhm.
lot of people. They get lazy,
Mm.
they don't want to read, they don't want to,
They
self
want you to
educate.
hand them the information.
Exactly.
Whew, baby, reading is
So,
fundamental. I
oh,
I have when I coach people, I'm like, you literally called me to ask me about how to share something on Zoom. Did you
it's a
really?
YouTube video on that. Yeah. I couldn't do it. And then it was also very spiritual for me too. Like it was something almost like in the pit of my stomach telling me go to Bali. Go to
Mm.
Bali. Go to Bali. Never been, don't know anyone personally that's been.
Hmm.
It was on my bucket list to go.
It's on mine too.
And when I told my mom, she was like, "You finna go way on the other side of the world by yourself?" I said, "Yep, I don't want nobody to go with me, by myself." But here's what you don't know.
Mm.
I went to Dubai first.
Oh.
From Dubai, I went to Bali, and then from Bali, I went to Aruba. That's how I ended
Aruba, baby, Aruba almost got my money. I almost got some citizenship down there. Aruba, Aruba is out of the hurricane
Yep.
belt. In case you don't notice, Aruba, Bonaire, or Curacao do not get hit with hurricanes
Nope.
at all.
It's a
They,
tropical desert.
it's
They
a
literally
desert
have
in the
a
middle of the
palm
ocean,
tree and a cactus right next to each other.
right next to each other.
That's how I know Jesus come. I got to get my life together. I done seen
Listen,
it all.
Aruba,
But the people were so cool. It's so laid back. It's slow
yeah,
paced. Expensive as all get out because everything is important because it's a
yes,
desert. Nothing grows there.
yes.
But baby, if you got a couple of coins to rub together, Aruba is the place.
Aruba is the place.
I loved
Ooh.
it. It was amazing. I think some people call it their third eye. I think it's what they call
Mm.
it. They say, oh, when you get your third eye, your spiritual awakening. I think is what different
Oh.
people call it. That's what I experienced
I
in
missed that.
Bali.
I was so secluded when I was there. I did some cave diving and
Hmm.
exploration, and
Me
I,
too.
I did a lot of beach time. I didn't want to talk to anybody. It
I
was
was
a
very
whole
secluded.
sojourn. I
Yep,
yes,
and it's what you needed. I
I
got my little modern
did.
bougie tree house, baby. It was just
I
me and my little
did.
tree house,
When I
baby.
tell you that equator had me like 9 shades darker, I looked in the mirror. I was like, "Who the hell is this?"
what month you in, but baby, I came back
I went in
glowing.
March. I was it was beautiful,
You
but
went in March?
I did. All my
Yeah, I
melanin
went
was
in
amazing.
June.
Hmm.
I loved it. The
It was
food
beautiful.
amazing. It tastes good. You could tell that it's
Fresh. Yes.
Baby,
Yes.
they put me onto them smoothie bowls.
I ain't had
I
that.
came back fine. I done gained it back now because that's
I
the
did
happy
too.
weight. But
I did.
girl, it was amazing. I loved it.
So what? Okay, Bali. Because Bali is on my list. Bali came under my radar when I saw someone on Instagram on that swing. Did you get to do the
I was
swing?
about to do it because I also seen a video where that thing popped while somebody was on the swing, and I said, "Not today,
No,
Lord."
Jesus, no. See, they don't show you that. I ain't see that.
Baby, I Google everything: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, I am a African American woman.
Yeah.
I gotta do my research.
Oh.
But I did go to the water temple. With
Okay.
the big goldfish. I did that. Went to the monkey thing.
Mm-hmm.
Different restaurants. I went and did drove to. I can't think of the name of it, but that's where you go to get all your designer for the low. I went there.
Yeah. See, what you don't know is the tariffs on goods that come into the United States is the primary reason that prices are so high. And you can go to Asia and a lot of countries besides the United States and get things for much, and it's the real thing.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I live like a queen in Bali. I honestly didn't want to come back. I was gonna extend it for another week, but my dog sitter, she had to go. So I was like, if it weren't for my fur baby, I would have stayed another week. I loved it.
Oh my goodness.
I loved it.
Now,
It
what was your
amazing.
experience in Dubai like?
It was amazing and expensive as hell.
It is very expensive. Yeah. I haven't been there. I was supposed to go there a couple years back, and then life like sucker punched me. But
I loved it. I will go back just to buy gold.
oh,
The gold there is very
that's
affordable.
one I hadn't heard of. I want to go to Dubai they have this yacht expo every year. I want to go then. So
maybe because I was raised in Florida, I'm like, okay. Yeah,
no, see, all the billionaires who are buying mega yachts go to this expo to pick their next mega yacht.
And it's an annual thing?
It's an annual thing.
Sound like you said billionaires. They do.
Like they just bought a yacht 2 years ago and they're going to spend another $50 million to buy another yacht. That type of.
Now, see, you just want to go for the experience, or are we trying to find us a billionaire man? That's what I want.
I mean, if both happen, that's not going to be a bad thing.
You said I could blow these bubbles.
You could blow the bubbles.
Okay. All right. That works. This is like deja vu. This is how we were when we first
When
met.
we met, yes. Yes.
I was like, hey, girl, what's your name? She was like, what's your name? We started talking, walking,
Yes.
sat next to each other. It was cutting up, people watching. Same energy.
Yes. Oh, and we were at somebody else's event and just like
Cutting up.
this Maki Dada, we was locked in. Oh man. Okay, so let's get to some information that the folks need.
Okay.
Oh man, because you can't get to Dubai and Bali and Aruba if your coins are not touching. Okay, so let's help you get some coins to rub together. Now, how long have you been in this space? What and what got you into this? Oh, see that laugh? That's a
Buckle up,
necessity.
baby. About to take you on a ride.
Okay, tell us. Give it to me.
So, I served 5 years in the Air Force.
Okay, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Was married those whole 5 years.
Okay.
Got divorced, got out the military, and my last duty station was California. My older sister lived here in Atlanta. Sold everything I had, everything that I owned fit into one suitcase. I literally moved to Atlanta with one suitcase, my dog, and $500 to my name. That's it. Moved into the ensuite.
Well,
of my
y'all heard that
sister's house.
story before.
Crazy. I told myself, I've always been like a very driven and determined person. So I said, I want to be a homeowner by the time I'm 27. Started the process, and they was like, oh, you need a credit score of X, Y, and Z. And I was like, what's that? In the military, we spoiled. Never heard of credit in my life. They see that I'm military, they go give it to me. Cars, whatever I want.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's that? Found someone here in Atlanta that was going to help me fix my credit.
Hmm.
Gave them $2,000. Never heard from them again. Right. So I was pissed, but clock is ticking.
Are they still in the space? We dropping names. What they doing? What at?
I think I don't know. I heard from them. Gone. Vanished. Poof. You would think I'm crazy that I just made it all up in my mind. This imaginary person. Don't know what happened to him. Right. Right. And Atlanta is not that big, so I feel like they either had
It's
to
not.
relocate or something. Cause ain't no way I've been here this many years and didn't run into him.
Right.
So I
Ooh, I
started
can't stand a thief.
Googling, reading for myself. I was my first credit repair client.
Reading
I
for
was my
herself.
first credit repair client. Trial and error.
Hmm.
When it worked
Now,
for
did you
me,
get with a service or you just straight like
straight did it.
bootstrapped it? You did
Yep.
everything on your own.
Yep, on my own.
See?
Figured it out, trial and error. And when I got the results back and everything was deleted, I was like, "Oh snap, Mama, I did it." She was like, "All right, good. Go and take this off my credit too."
Okay.
So I started doing family, friends, and I did it under the table for the first year. I didn't register because growing up in the black community, in my mind, the side hustle is good. You don't register your business. You making more money by just doing it under the table. Found out quick that is not
Wrong.
true. It was wrong. So my
Especially
mom's
if you want to finance anything using that income. Honey.
baby, we
Listen.
were taught all wrong. We gotta learn to look at what they do, not listen to what they tell us.
Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
learned that quickly, and my mom is a pastor,
Mm.
and I was doing it, and I was making really good money. And she was like, "Baby, you should go ahead and just do it the right way. Go and set up the business and do it." I was like, "No, nah, Mama, I got a good thing going. I ain't got to pay taxes on it." She was like, "No, listen to me. Now, have I ever steered you wrong?" I was like, "No, ma'am." She said, "Do it." So I started building up the anticipation, like dropping little nuggets. Because remember, I was only doing it for friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on Facebook because I wasn't big on Instagram at the time.
Okay.
And I was throwing like little nuggets like, "Oh, January 1st, the website's going to launch." And I was doing $50 credit repair.
Ooh.
$50. Baby, they was like, "I can't wait. I can't wait." I think all in all, to start my business, I spent maybe 2 grand. That was like buying the domain, setting up the website, all of that. Maybe 2,000 all in.
Mm-hmm.
January 1st, I launched the website, and I had so many people on my website. My website was crashing.
Dang.
I made 5 times what my startup was in the first 24 hours.
Wait a minute. So carry the one to the
In the first
$10,000 in one day,
in one day.
and you invested 2,000.
Yep.
So
And
you
I was
five extra money in one day on the business that you had as a side hustle that you didn't want to
Right.
make it legit.
Right. And that was just
Come on now.
like from orders.
One
$50 per
day.
person.
At $50. Imagine if that price point was higher.
I was
Ooh.
scared. So y'all don't be like me. Charge your worth and add tax.
Bam.
Because I was like, "Oh, everybody else so expensive. I'm gonna do $50." And for me, I wanted to help the lower income, the hardworking people that really needed the help
Mm-hmm.
but couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
That was how I was when I started out. That's not me now. Yeah, life was life. So did that, and ended up buying my house. I got the house.
Hey.
And I didn't look back. Now, that's how I got into it.
Mm-hmm.
What kept me in it all these years later was I really start seeing the need for financial literacy within the black community.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just something that keeps like nagging at me, saying, if God blessed me to be able to get this information or to obtain a certain set of skills that I know will help my people, why would I not share it?
Absolutely.
And that's what kept me in it all these years, is educating people that look like me. Creating black and brown millionaires has been so rewarding.
Ooh, I got chills.
Right now, I don't have any children, but God's still in control. So this is my legacy.
Yes.
If God calls me home right now, no one's going to get up at my funeral and say, "Oh, she had this many bedrooms or this much money or this many cars. No one's going to talk about that at my funeral.
Right.
What they're going to talk about is how did I impact
Impact.
them? What did I do? So this is my legacy. This is my stamp on African American history. I want to
Yes.
go down in history as making an impact for my people. So that's what keeps me going.
She gonna have me get a new bottle of bubbles and stuff. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is
Yeah.
this is incredible. Now, how long ago was that? What that January 1st that you started?
So I legally, because y'all
Yeah,
know
the
I was
the
busy
the
for a
launch,
year.
the business launch.
The launch was January 1st, 2018.
Nice, nice. So
And
we're over 6.5 years into the
Ooh.
business operation of it.
Ooh.
Nice. Now, have you? I shouldn't even say have you. How many times have you had to pivot within your business?
Oh my God. I lost count. I've lost count.
So I asked that question because so many of you, so many of us get discouraged when you have to pivot and you have to make some changes and adjustments and you just give up and you stop and you start doing something else. I want to encourage you to keep pushing forward on the same path, just maybe adjust your course a little bit.
Definitely.
So tell me about a time when what was like the hardest pivot you've had to make in your business?
It's hard to pick one. I would say so. There's one situation that just devastated me, and for the life of me, I couldn't wrap my mind around why this was happening to me.
Mm.
I had a mentor, someone who was a vet in the game that took me under their wing, and I really looked up to this person
Mm-hmm.
to the point where she had like a group, almost like a coaching mentor program type of thing. Everyone in there knew me as the teacher's pet.
Mm.
I just, if she said jump, I ain't asked no questions. I said how high.
Okay.
I was determined to be successful in my career, my industry. And out of nowhere, she just switched on
Hmm.
me. Like, I don't know what happened in the moment. Hindsight, when you surpass the teacher,
So let me speak to you so-called mentors and coaches. Um, you know how proud that makes me to see my people doing well, doing better. To me, that says I'm an excellent coach.
right?
Kobe Bryant had a coach. Michael Jordan had coaches. LeBron has coaches. We all need coaches, and they could all outball every one of their coaches that they've
Facts.
ever had. I want my students, my mentees, my coaching clients to excel far beyond what we. Okay, that person.
Right.
So, did you all ever like reconcile? Did
No.
you ever? Okay, so you.
Let me pull the mic closer so they can hear me.
Okay.
I am loyal to the death of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's in business. That's in uh, personal relationships. I am loyal to the
Me
death
too.
of me.
When's your birthday?
June 10th.
June 10th. Okay.
Right. So before I ever walk away from a situation, I do everything that I can. That way, when I walk away, there is no blood on
Ooh,
my hands.
oh,
I'm clean.
yes, yes, yes. I'm
You
there.
know it's real when everybody else in the mentor program reaches out to me
Mm.
to say, "Girl, what happened? What's this? She was wrong." Da 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 da. And people stop joining. They dropped from her mentor program because of how she
Wow.
did me. She didn't do it in private. It was on like live where all of us was there and just went in on me, just snapped on me for no reason. And I was like, well, maybe she just had a bad day. So I waited, reach out, apologize, anything. No, years later, never happened. The same people that was in her coaching program left her. And when I started the coaching program, they came over to me.
Mm.
And they said the reason what made them come to me, number one, is the way I handled the situation. I didn't get upset.
Yeah,
I
all the
didn't
messiness.
snap back.
Yeah.
I didn't stoop to that level. I
Yes.
remained who I was. And they said that that spoke a lot about my character.
Yes.
Not only that, they see that me and her was like, I've grown. Me and her was neck and neck, baby. I was I was doing the thing. Like I was
Okay.
really taking the lessons from her and applying it to my industry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. But that was so devastating to me because I held this person in such high regards
Mm-hmm.
and I looked up to them. So even if I surpassed them, I will always pay homage and I always bring people with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm younger than her.
Okay.
So I have the younger market. You're my mentor. I look up to you. Come on, let's partner up
Mm-hmm.
and take the younger people with your crowd and let's take over. Let's go on a tour. Let's do this. Your personality and my personality are different.
Yes.
Meaning, some people may connect with me
Different.
better
Yes.
than they connect with you. I don't believe in competition.
At all.
It's enough money out here for everybody. And my superpower is there is only one me. There will never ever be another Miss Classy.
There it is.
That's my superpower. Your superpower, there is only one you. So why compete? And you knock out more when you come together. One finger
Yes.
can't do damage, but when you all come together, it's a mighty blow.
Yes.
So that was just so devastating to me.
Mm.
I couldn't wrap my mind around it. And I think that was the first time I had to pivot in my career.
Okay.
I had to figure everything else out on my own, and I literally sat myself in front of the mirror and said, "Who do I want to be?"
Chapter 4.
Simple question. It sounds you think it's so much that goes into it. It's not. Just talk to yourself in the mirror. And I had to ask, what type of woman do I want to be? Because the type of woman I want to be is going to determine the type of businesswoman I am. My morals, my foundation is not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
And I just decided to be the woman that I needed as a little girl.
Mm.
And that's my task every day. Um, and
Listen,
it's been working.
you are all in my book. You know,
Yeah.
chapter 4 is called Mirror Mirror,
Yeah.
and it's that process of facing your mirror.
And it sounds so crazy, but it works.
It works. Who do you represent to yourself?
Mhm.
You can tell the world anything.
Yep.
You can present whomever you want to present, but baby, when it's just you in that mirror,
It get real. Baby, I done ugly cried in the mirror before. Oh, it get real.
for real.
It's easier to face somebody else than to face yourself in the mirror.
Yes. Yes. Woo!
Baby, it gets real. But yeah, that
That was an excellent example of a pivot because it wasn't just a business challenge, but there was some personal hurt.
very.
Um, and salute you for overcoming that and staying in character
Oh,
and
sorry.
not allowing somebody else's unspoken foolishness to impact you in a way that shook you off your square.
All credit goes to God, because I don't know how I did it.
Man, gotta do it. God is God.
Yeah.
Oh
It
man.
was amazing.
Now, so take me from you starting doing credit from for friends and family to launching your $50 credit repair for individuals on your website to what was the next stage of your expansion?
The next stage was giving the people what they wanted and needed.
Okay. How'd you identify that?
I stopped being selfish.
Tell me about that. What do you mean?
A lot of times when you go into business, you think about what you want.
Mm.
I want my business to look like this. I want my business to be set up like this. I want to do this.
So your business
When
was
you are
about
a
you.
business owner, you are a servant.
Sheesh. Y'all, I gotta blow bubbles on that.
I don't care.
That self-actualization is why you are so freaking successful. She said, I stopped being selfish.
Mhm.
So giving the people what they needed, not what you wanted to.
I had to literally say, okay, well, I like peach is my favorite color, so I'm gonna make my company colors peach.
Mm.
And I had to research what does the color
Colors,
peach
yeah.
represent.
Color psychology. Listen, study. When you out here falling in love with this logo in your brain, baby, listen, y'all see my logo? Every color on here means something. When somebody is helping me out and they post my stuff with a color, I'm like, that's not my color. It it all means
It
something.
does. It
That's why
does.
we people.
It
We
does.
we speak in the same
Right.
language.
When I looked at what peach represents, I was like, that's not
Mm,
what I want my business to represent.
right.
So I had to separate the personal from the business, separate the I for what everybody else wants. So I literally sat back and I looked at the black community and was like, what is needed? What do they
Mm.
lack? A lot of them are renting.
Yes.
There's not a lot of black homeowners in the
Yes.
hood.
You
A lot of
preaching to the choir.
they're renting, their cars payments are through the roof. They paying
30% interest.
$500 for a 1993 Honda Civic.
Yes.
They are
Yes.
poloed down and Gucci down.
Buying stuff, spending money instead of investing
This is what I saw.
and having assets.
Yep. This is what I saw.
This is so important. And thank you for that, having that foresight and just the presence of mind to even think about what we need as a community. Because most people stay in self. And it's like, okay, especially you're making some money. Oh, this works. Let me keep selling them this course, selling them this product, selling.
I was there. I'm not gonna lie, that was me.
That's your investment into the community. I love that. I love that.
That was me. And then out of nowhere, it just hit me and was like, you're not helping them. You're
Mm,
enabling them.
mm,
And that's when that was the next pivot. As you
mm.
know, back to your question was I don't need to just provide services, I need to provide education. And that's
Yes.
when I started implementing education, meaning coaching programs, seminars, traveling and speaking, because me just doing it for them was just putting a band aid on the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the next pivot. And that was a whole nother battle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Good thing about social media is I was able to expand my clientele or my community
Mm-hmm.
without leaving home. So I have clients in almost all the states, and I've never even been to some of the states. So the power of social media and technology.
I love it.
Um, but when I start teaching, it really broke my heart to where it put me in 100 like 100% full speed servant mode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that we as a community are incapable, we just don't have the knowledge.
Right. And a lot of times, what I see, we don't have the right mindset.
Mm-mm.
Um, it is disheartening. It's very disheartening. I can't even, and I'm so mindful to not speak out sounding like I'm just talking down about my people.
Right.
But the reality is bleak.
They need a reality check. That's one thing about me. I'm an acquired taste. You're either gonna absolutely love me or absolutely hate me. Either way, I'm gonna be absolutely fine. I'm gonna tell you the
Absolutely.
truth. Do
Absolutely.
not ask me
Oh, don't ask me a
if
question
you
you
do
don't want
not
the
want
answer.
the truth.
Yes.
First
Yes.
of all, I was over here minding my black business. And you took it upon yourself to ask me. And now you mad because you don't like my
Now
answer?
you don't like the answer.
That's toxic energy. I don't need that. But I keep it real.
I'm
And
so
my
glad.
clients will tell you that. They'll come to me and be like, yeah, I was thinking about doing this and this. And I'm like, that's stupid. Don't do that. That's not what you need to do.
Yeah.
And I don't leave it at that. I'm going to tell you that's stupid. That's not a good business idea. You're not going to get ahead that way. But if you do this, then you will be. And a lot of the people love that rawness, that realness.
Yes.
Because they've been given crumbs and yeah, that's good. all their life, and it's gotten them nowhere.
Yes.
And believe it or not, we have a lot of our people that are starving for the information. They
Yes.
want the real. They're tired of people beating around the bush. They want the meat and
Yes.
potatoes.
And you just hit what I was my next thought. That meat and potatoes. Let me tell you something about all these programs out here. You catch a webinar or something, and then you go ahead and you pay this money for somebody's program, and they give you just enough to make you come back.
Yep.
Oh, and there's an upgrade.
Hmm.
There's a sale on top of the sale on top. When you work with somebody who puts it all on the table, baby. So you are not just helping people. So you did another pivot. You're helping people now on from the personal credit side.
Hmm.
You can a person can literally buy your entire packet with all of your resources
Hmm.
to repair their personal credit themselves.
Yep. I can't do it anymore. I've outgrown it. And you got to be careful who you talk to,
Mm-hmm.
because I guarantee you, someone who's going to watch this and take what I just said that I've outgrown it as like, mm,
Baby, that's called scale.
thank
There's
you.
one her. And doing a service based business where you are physically, mentally required to commit your time and resources to a thing that is only so scalable.
Right.
So don't
Right.
twist her words on that now.
There's two type of people. That type that's like, you got to be careful who you talk to, because to some people it sound like bragging. I'm gonna blow bubbles on
Listen,
myself. Right.
listen.
But no,
Story of
seriously,
my life.
I've outgrown it.
Mm-hmm.
And I made that decision to stop physically doing personal credit repair after I came back from Bali. Mentally, I was so drained and exhausted. And it's so many people in the world that no matter what you do for them, how you bend over backwards
It's
for them,
never enough.
they are never satisfied.
Never enough.
And you think my cheapest credit repair package was $500. You pay $500 one time, and it removes a guaranteed 80% of the negative items: child support, evictions, repos, medical bills, student loans, all of that. You think them $500 was enough to fund my lifestyle? Baby, all the responsibilities I got, it wasn't worth it. So I stopped. But I didn't want to leave the people without the resources they
Yeah,
need.
because it's still needed. It's still needed.
So I just took a different approach. Instead of personally repairing people's credit, I've given, or I put together different packets of all the tools, all the templates, the letters, the dispute letters, everything that I've used
Mm-hmm.
to get those results. I put them in packages, and now I'm selling the package. So now you can repair your credit yourself. You have everything you need. If you want to take that and start a credit repair company, you can. You want to take that and repair your entire family's credit and get y'all on the path to generational wealth, you can.
Hey.
But she won't be sitting there doing it no more.
Okay.
Is this on?
It's on.
All right.
It's on loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's my most recent pivot. I did decide to do this pivot about 30 days, a little over 30 days ago.
I love it. I love it. Now, you also offer support for business credit and business
That's my
funding.
favorite, because that's where the real coins are.
Come on now. Teach the people about the Dun and the Brad and all the things. And that.
Let me start off by saying this. If you guys don't walk away with nothing else that I've said, remember this. The number one way to wealth in America is to be a business owner. I am not knocking people who work a 9 to 5, but the fact is, your boss will never pay you enough money to be their next door neighbor.
Woo.
Now, I know that went over a lot of y'all heads, so let me break it down. Notice I said to be a business owner. I did not say to operate a business.
Right. Big difference.
Meaning you don't have to operate a business. All you gotta do is pay your little 50, what is it, $50, $75 in Georgia for the register of business?
It's
That's like 75.
100. I think it's 100.
100.
Mhm.
All you gotta do is pay your $100.
Every state is different. But guess what? They're all very inexpensive. You spent that much when you went to the daggone Juicy Crab.
When you went and got your boho braids. When you went and
And
got
got
that
some
mani petty.
bundles. Let me insert this right here. One of the things killing us more than anything is that instant gratification attitude. Sometimes you gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta wait. And all y'all that get these fat tax refund checks,
Lord God.
and you don't, why you need another TV? Why you go get another car with that 35% interest rate? Every year you got to do the same thing over and over and over again. You're spending, 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 and never investing. I ain't even trying to preach and holler at y'all, but I am.
Because we care.
Cause I
And we
care.
want you to do better.
Cause I care.
We need you
Then
to
you
do better.
you see my post on social media and you slide in my inbox. How you get to do all that? A little bit of planning, just a little bit of planning, a slight tweak.
It ain't a lot. It's not as
It's
hard as they think.
not. It's not. So, talk to us about the business credit. How can somebody just start their journey to getting business credit? Because you see all these posts online all the time. All you got to do is get this credit card, get a bank account here, get this credit card, get this credit card. They'll give you $25,000. Tell us the real, because I already know these people.
So the real is your business has to be registered correctly. And a lot of people don't know what correctly is.
Tell us what correctly means.
If you are using your home address as your business address,
Eh.
thank you. If you are using a local phone number as your business phone number,
Eh.
if your business email says at Gmail or at Yahoo or at iCloud.com,
Eh.
just those simple things, they will deny you.
Instantly.
Because you're not professional. If you don't, remember, these people don't know you. All they know is what's on the application that comes across their computer screen. And they see that, wait a minute, they want the bank to invest in their business, but they wouldn't invest in their business
themselves.
to buy a domain to where you can have a professional business email address,
Yes.
to where you can have a toll-free business phone number. Next. That's exactly
Come on
what they're
now.
going to do.
Exactly.
That's exactly what they're going to do. So fundamentals, foundation is super, super important. Knowing what address, phone number, email to use, your business name. A lot of y'all not getting approved because your business name is ghetto. I said it. I'm not sorry. Bonquisha Salon, you are not going to get funded.
At all. And then, so is it accurate? I've heard this before, that certain classes of business are harder to get funding.
Yep.
So if you got Joe's Trucking, even though everything that we have own, everything comes to us by a truck at some point, why is trucking a risky business or hard to
Look
get
at
funding?
what they're going through right now. All truckers are hurting for business. Trucking is based off of the economy, and the economy is constantly fluctuating.
The ebbs and flows of business. Yes.
So with the economy doing this and trucking doing this, what bank won't get involved in that?
Yeah, that's
Is this
risky.
a good month or a bad month? So it's all based off of your NAIC code.
So
Yes.
when you go to file for your your tax ID number, you can go on to there's a link that you click on from irs.gov, or just type in Google NAICS and you can find these codes, and it's like universal throughout the United States. And there's different classes. Even me, when I registered my brokerage, there's different types.
Yeah.
It's not just cut and dry. So spend enough time to learn which category makes the most sense. And you do consultations.
I do.
So you might have to be one of her clients to get the blueprint to figure it out. Some people, okay, and then this is one thing that I do know for sure. Some people are great at what they do. Like, say I'm a mechanic. I'm a great mechanic, but that business stuff just, it makes my brain, I can't do it. So if you need help, don't think that you have to figure it all out by yourself, but find the person who's full of integrity. You might bump your head on a couple of them, but find someone who's reputable, who can help you set your business up. And Miss Classy happens to offer that service.
And if I don't know, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. Give me about a good 24 hours. I'll figure it out for you. I'd be quick to tell people I did not graduate from Harvard, but I will hire somebody who did. I
Period.
delegate, baby.
Period.
I would not be where I am if I did it by myself. Networking, partnerships, collaborations goes
Yes.
such a long way. Get out of your bubble. Oh, I don't trust nobody. I got trust issues. I can do it myself. I can
Okay.
You go sit right there and keep living paycheck to paycheck.
Remember what we talked about, the scale? You can't scale. And if the scale word is throwing you off and you don't understand what we're talking about, let's just say expansion. You can't expand, you can't grow. But so far, if you are responsible for everything,
Right. Yeah. That's.
I mean,
I mean, if, I don't know how else to put it.
yeah.
Period. That's
So, yeah, find you somebody. I mean, here's somebody here, but find you somebody who can help you if you need that help
Yep.
starting your business. Now, there's the business credit and then business funding also. Yes, they're different.
There is a difference. Business credit is literally the credit score for your business. The same way you have a credit score for your social security number, your EIN is the social security number for your business. And attached to that EIN, which is your business social security number, is a credit score. And depending on what it is you're trying to get, that business credit score needs to be a certain score, a certain number in order for them to approve you. So you can very well have business credit and not
Not
get
get
any
funding.
funding.
Yes.
So funding is basically where the bank gives your business money,
Yes.
basically. So two separate things. When it comes to business credit, you need to have a minimum of 6 accounts. Um, just to name a few that are super easy to get: Uline, uline.com. Create an account. Buy
And this
you a
is like
pack of pens,
packaging. Like if you're
toilet
selling
paper.
t-shirts on the street corner at pop-up shops, get your packaging, get your cute bags and your tissue, all the
Yeah,
things.
they got vending machines on them.
Uline, they'll send you a physical catalog still.
And that catalog is probably
Is
like this
it's like
thick.
the old JC Penney catalogs. Like
Thick.
yes. Yes.
Everything you need, from cleaning supplies to paper towel, ink,
Yes.
everything you need,
Packaging. If you
office
got long,
supplies.
the tubes, the ship things, man. Yeah, just
So
go to
if you
Uline.
are struggling financially right now and you are penny pinching to try to get your business established or get business credit started, Uline is a great one. It's free to create the account and find the cheapest thing on their website. It can be a pack of pens. Order it. After you create your account, order that pack of pens.
Hmm.
Wait for them to mail you the statement for the $5 for however much the pack of pens cost. Pay it in full. And then
Rinse and
within
repeat.
a 3 4 months, you keep doing it every month. Next month, you may buy a pack of computer paper. Next month, you may buy a bottle of Lysol. You do not have to break the bank.
Right.
Uline is a really good one to get.
Right. And speaking of don't break the bank. Just because somebody gives you a credit limit, do not feel the need to max it out. If you
Yep.
can't make those payments, you back to square one.
And also, you should never use more than 30% of your credit card limit.
Yes.
It's frowned upon. That's why your credit limit been the same
Yep.
for years.
Yep.
Because you're behind me maxing out the card. Them people ain't finna give you more money. When they see that you're over 30% utilization, and the way you find that out is whatever your credit limit is, 30% of your credit limit is your real credit limit. They don't tell you that.
Yeah.
So just because they gave you a $500 credit limit, that doesn't mean you really have a $500 credit limit. Your credit limit is 30% of that. We just said you need to do the math or learn. So pull out your
$950.
calculator and figure it out yourself.
150.
That's your. Oh, see, she helped you. I wasn't that nice. Yeah, that's really your limit. Anytime they see you're using more than 30%, to them it looks like you're living outside of your means.
Yes.
So it's a lot of little things though.
So you said there's 6 easy to get. Uline. What else we got?
Uline is a good one. Granger is a good one.
Especially for y'all who need tools and stuff. Granger is the.
Yeah.
Whew, yeah.
Is it Crown Ship? I want to say Crown Ship is a good one. I'm picturing the logo. It's purple with a gold crown, and I want to say it's Crown Ship. It's Crown something.
Okay.
Okay, but you can Google it. Go to Google and type in net 30 business accounts, and an entire list is gonna pop up. Net net the number 30 business accounts. All of them are gonna pop up, and I would apply for a minimum of 6 of them, and they are free. You just have to buy something. You create the account for free, and you have to buy something after you create the account, and buy the cheapest thing you can find. Yes. When the bill comes, always pay the full bill. Never pay the minimum.
Full.
Do that for, it takes about 6 months going that route.
Yeah.
For about, after 6 months, you can go and get 50,000, 75,000 in business funding. Now, that's what they tell you to do. But if y'all want to know what they do instead of what they tell you to do, ask me. I'm going to tell you.
Hey, Miss Classy.
Hey.
What is it that we should actually do that they'll do but not tell us to do?
You ever heard of a trade line?
I have. But tell me what, so some people out there may not know what a trade line is. So can you educate me?
So a trade line is also known as piggybacking. So let's say I have a $23,000 credit card. I will add you onto my credit card as an authorized user. Now, being an authorized user, you do not get access to the credit card. You don't get to spend any of it. You're not responsible for any of the credit card payments. But by me simply adding you onto my credit card as an authorized user, it's going to pop up on your credit looking like you have a $23,000 limit credit card and your credit score shoots up through the roof. Yes. You're basically piggybacking off of my good credit. Takes about 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 to 3 weeks, you can go from a 0 to an 800 credit score by adding trade lines. And there's no limit on how many trade lines you can add. Now, keep in mind, trade lines are both for personal and business. There are personal trade lines and there are business trade lines. Mm-hmm. What they don't tell you is personal trade lines will only stay on your credit for 30 to 60 days. But if you are a woman or a man with a plan, baby, 30 days is enough. You know what you gonna do, how you gonna do it. The moment them trade lines show up on your credit report, take off. Go do what you need to do. Go get that mortgage. Go apply for your mortgage because your score is gonna be at its highest for the next 30 days. That's when you go and apply for the mortgage loan. That's when you go and apply for the auto loan so your credit, your APR, your interest rate isn't through the roof.
Right.
That's when you refinance. That's when you apply for a credit card to get a decent limit. This is when you do the things that it is you're needing to do.
Yes.
Okay. Now when it comes to business trade lines, which is my personal favorite, they never fall off. As long as your business is within good standing, meaning every year you pay your annual registration fee, keep the business up and running, those business trade lines will stay on for the life of the business.
Ooh, that I didn't know.
Business credit right now is 4% of whatever amount you want. So if you wanted to report on your business credit that you have $100,000 in business credit, you will pay 4% of $100,000. That's one payment, and it will stay on for the life of the business. If you only want $50,000 showing, 4% of that $50,000, pay one time. For the life of your business, is going to show you. Wait a minute.
Break that down for me, because I don't know. That might have went over my head. So 100,000, 4%. So I pay 4,000. So I have 100,000 in business debt. You mean? And then I pay 4,000. So then I pay the 4,000 to who?
You paying 4,000 for the trade for $100,000 trade line that will stay on for the life of the business.
Who do I pay to get the so I can piggyback off of your business with my business.
Is a trade line.
So it's not a piggyback for the business.
Is a piggyback off of the credit. You're not piggybacking off of my business. You're piggybacking off of the credit.
Ah.
The same way you do for your personal
So
one.
the credit itself is the piggy. I piggyback on the. Did y'all see what we did there?
So you just got instant credit. And that takes 3 weeks. So you want to spend 6 months ordering stuff from these Net 30 accounts and paying it off. It's going to take you 6 months. Now, if that's all you can afford to do, baby, do it.
Do it. And understand, don't let the 6 months, don't get hung up on, oh man, it's gonna take 6 months. And again, that instant gratification attitude, the 6 months is gonna pass anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Do the work. I promise you, it's gonna be here before you know it. You start that thing tomorrow. Matter of fact, I want to challenge some folks.
Okay. What's the challenge?
I say September 1st,
Mhm.
and that's just a couple days from now. September 1st, everybody have your LLC. It's a Sunday, so you got a couple days. This is what, Monday? Yes. This is Monday, August 25th, 6th, 7th, something like that. It's the last Monday of the month.
27th or 28th.
I never know. I just know when I got to be somewhere. My phone tells me when I got to be somewhere. I don't know. I know that this weekend is Labor Day weekend. Okay. So, and I'm going to put this episode out real quick because this is important. Okay. So by September 1st, we challenge you, have your LLC set up properly.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have your proper business address, your domain name, not bootyscratcher.com. Okay?
Fix it, Jesus.
Have your domain name, your professional email, your professional phone. You're going to do all of those things.
Do it right.
You're-
Don't cut corners.
Don't cut the corners. Then you're going to establish 6 credit accounts, Net 30 credit accounts.
6. Don't
Minimum
cheat yourself.
6. And Google Net 30. And what Net 30 means is you have to pay it within 30 days. It's
balance.
due in 30 days. Yes, don't pay no minimums. You're going to pay 30 days every time. Rinse and repeat. You're going to do this for 6 months. So then 6 months from now, from September 1st, you'll be in position to get that doggone big check. Your business can expand. Look how much further you and your family will be. Who's joining this challenge with us? I want to know.
Everybody.
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 Every.
Tell your mama, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your baby daddy, your baby mama.
Share this. Man, listen.
Everybody.
Everybody. This is how we break in generational
Ooh.
curses.
Speaking of generational curses,
Ooh.
let's give them another tip.
Let's give them another tip. Give
When
it to
you
them.
register your business, okay, backtrack. If you're registering your business in the state of Georgia, Georgia does not have a child labor law. Meaning if you had a baby today, you can list that child as an employee tomorrow. And Georgia will give you up to
1,200.
12 or 14. 12
12
or $14,000.
I say 100. Yes.
A year. All because you are a business owner in the state of Georgia. Now, if you do not live in Georgia, who cares? You do not have to live in a state to register a business there.
That is correct.
So if you have children that are under the age of 18 and you register your business in the state of Georgia, list every single one of your children as an employee. List your spouse as an employee. Anybody that you spend money, if you take care of your mom or your dad, list them as an employee. Stop zelling, cash apping, giving money to people, and then you never get it back.
Right.
If you're constantly sending someone money or you provide for someone, like your children,
Like y'all call your broke best friends? Yes. Let's change
them on
that.
there.
Let's change that. And let's stop speaking that negative. That's death over your children. Let's not call them our broke best friends anymore, please and thank you.
That's generational wealth. So they're going to get 12 or 14,000. I'm hungry, y'all. So I can't remember. 12 or 14,000.
I think it's 12,000.
12,000 a year. We're gonna go with the lower because if it is 14, who's gonna be mad?
Yeah, there's that.
So $12,000 a year per child. You take that, and I'm gonna tell you what you do. You go to CapitalOne.com and click on savings accounts. Right now, Capital One has the highest interest saving account. Nobody
It's
else is
five
baby money.
percent.
I think
A
it's like 5.6.
Yeah, I know it's at least five.
It's
They
5 point something percent.
listen. I found that high yield account like 2 years ago, baby.
Amazing.
Baby,
Open that
nobody else.
account.
All these other banks, they're paying like 0.025 or something, not even a full 1%.
Yep.
Capital One has the five,
Yep.
it's at least 5%.
Do not take that baby money and go put it into a regular bank's
Do
savings
not,
account. Don't do
do
that.
not.
Go to Capital One, get their go click on savings account, get their high yield savings account. Put the entire stop taking that baby money.
Stop,
Put the entire 12,000 into that account.
stop.
That $12,000 is going to accumulate 5 point whatever percent it is
Every year.
every year. And remember, every year you get that $12,000. You keep doing that every year, and every year is accumulating 5.6%. So the first year you're getting 5.6% on 12,000. The next year you're getting 5.6% on 24,000, and it grows and grows and grows.
Yes.
Now, when your child is a senior in high school and they're getting ready to graduate, don't take them and go buy them no new charger. Wherever they decide to go to college, or wherever, if they don't do college, wherever they're going to be, you go and buy them a starter home, 3 bed, 2 bath, rent it out, and the payment that the rent payment is what they live off of while they're in school. Now you ain't
Absolutely.
got to worry about sending money and trying to provide and how I'm gonna do this and this for that. Generational wealth. Your child is, well, if they graduate at 17 or 18 years old and they are a homeowner.
And let me say this word because this is one of my favorite words. This is how you give them a portfolio. When they become old enough or in the place where they're ready to get married, now they have something. Other cultures, when they get married, they have the couple, they walk away with 50,000, 100,000, and they get a home. They get like, they don't
Set.
start their marriage out in debt.
Nope.
And do y'all know that money is like the number one reason people divorce?
Mm-hmm.
We arguing over money. Let's learn how to use money. Let's learn how to let money work for us. And let's set our children up for success.
Facts.
Man.
Facts.
Now, you said a couple of initials. You mentioned EIN. You mentioned trade lines. You mentioned a few things that caught my attention, but there was something that I've heard of,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I really understand it, and I know if I don't understand it, there may be someone else who doesn't understand it. Do you know anything about CPNs?
Yes.
Uh-oh, what's the look? You bowed your head, you closed your eyes like you needed to instantly pray. Uh-oh.
CPNs are very controversial.
Yeah, because from my perspective, my limited understanding, I thought they were like illegal. Are they?
What makes you think that they're illegal? Tell me
Because
based off of what you
because
heard.
that's what I heard. I don't know. I don't know. They're
Knowledge
they're
is
like a
power.
way to get around using your social security number. You get a fake social security number or something. I don't really understand it.
CPN stands for Credit Privacy Number. It is a
Okay.
way to protect your social security number. A good example would be Jay Z.
Okay. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Why Jay-Z?
Jay Z wants to get a family plan for him, Beyonce, and the kids.
Okay.
You think Jay Z is going to walk into Verizon and give them people his social security number?
Oh, that makes sense.
You think Donald Trump go walk in?
He definitely ain't.
Credit
Oh, so
privacy.
it's a real thing
It is a real thing. It
and
is
it's
the
not
same thing.
illegal.
How you do it makes it illegal. You have to be careful who you get the CPNs from. Sometimes they don't do the work because they're lazy. They don't generate unpublished or unissued numbers. Instead, they'll use babies like infants, their socials. They'll use dead people, people that are in a assisted living home or nursing home that don't have families. Sometimes they'll just give you that. That is identity theft.
Uh, yeah. Okay, so
So that's what makes it illegal. But It's the same thing what they do for people who are in witness protection. They get a CPN number, a whole new social, a whole new identity.
Like, I'm being kind of light about this, but I'm learning right now. I hope you guys are getting something from this. So, you said they don't generate the number properly. How? So you have the capability to generate a CPN yourself, or is that a government issued thing, or is this something that can't be answered? Okay,
Oh, I done broke it down. Lord.
it's
We just
another
go
one
we
right by
go
your foot.
we go do an imaginary book.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I got, girl, I got hundreds of them.
listen. When you think we go speak in code.
Okay, so when a person um they need a CPN,
Mm-hmm.
help me through this conversation because I don't even know the questions
So
to ask right now.
CPN, you can do everything with the CPN that you can with your real social except get a mortgage. Meaning, it is illegal to walk into a bank, get a mortgage loan application, fill it out, and when it asks for your social, put a CPN number.
Okay,
People do it all the time, but if you get caught, you're behind going to
let me
jail.
tell you something. Mortgage fraud, they prosecute the hell out you.
Don't do it.
I promise you.
Don't do
I'm
it.
telling you, they prosecute
And
mortgage.
why risk doing it when it is legal to apply for a personal loan using it? Apply for a personal loan, take that money, and go get your
Get
house.
you a mortgage. Yeah. Can we educate the people on how to obtain one?
Vet the person. Whoever it is, vet them.
What questions should they ask?
Do you generate the numbers yourself?
Okay. And is that a hard no if they say?
If they say no, run. That means you about to use somebody's identity theft.
Okay, so they need to be generating.
Yes, you need
Okay.
to generate a new series of numbers, meaning that social security number has not been issued to anyone. You are generating it.
Okay. Got you.
You're creating that number.
So when that's question number one. Make sure that the individual is generating their own numbers.
Yes.
Okay. Any other?
Um, to make sure, because people be lying. Make sure you ask, has this number been used by anyone else before?
Okay.
Dead or alive? Has this number
Make it plain.
ever been used before? Has this number ever been issued before? If it's been issued, that's identity theft. And you'll get it from this person not knowing. And you go to CarMax trying to get you a car, and the police will be there to arrest you behind because you're trying to get a car in somebody else's name. And that is also a dead giveaway. If they give you a CPN number with someone else's name attached to it, that means that is that person's. It shouldn't be that way. It should be your name attached to that CPN.
Okay. Okay.
If it's anybody else's name, whoever name that is, they are using or have used that number.
Okay. So you get like a printout or
Everybody's different.
Okay.
And it's a thin line, a very thin line. That's why I say you got to be careful who you do it with. If you print it out, that's sticking your baby toe over the line. But if it's digital, you never print it out, you're good.
Okay.
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 So
they would email it to you or something?
Some people will email it to you. Some people won't give you one. I wouldn't deal with nobody who don't give me a digital.
Okay.
Because what you got to hide? Why I can't see it?
Yeah.
If you generate
So they'll just like tell you on the phone, like write this down, that type of
there are some people who do that.
backrooms. Oh.
And some people are foolish enough or
to go through with it.
Ignorance,
yeah.
They don't know better to do it. No, baby, I need to see.
Okay.
Let me see what name on that. I've had plenty of people come to me and be like, I got one. Is it a way you can look and tell me if it's good? Sure. Takes me 10 seconds. Type it in and be like, this was issued in 1987.
Message. Eesh.
And people will make money off of that. They will reissue that same number to multiple people because they don't know and they don't have the software to verify
Okay.
that
So,
it is a newly generated unused number.
okay.
And yeah, they come in and be like, oh, I got one. I just need some trade lines on it. I'm not putting trade lines on that. We're not gonna do that. Get somebody else to do it. Pineapples. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. Mm-mm.
Wow.
But yes, it is.
Okay.
And there are different ways to use it. I've had some clients come to me that I had to cut loose because they would come and get a new one every few months. Wasn't managing it right, wasn't doing it properly. The proper way to use them is to create wealth.
Yeah. So you mess up multiple social security numbers, bruh. Dang.
Buying a baby daddy new charges, he'll wreck it and get a new CPN to buy a new one.
Wreck it, buy a new one.
But you still living in the projects.
Your crew run.
I
Priorities.
don't get it.
Priorities. I know so many people. Like, I know this dude. Yeah, I hope you see this. He has $100,000 car sitting in the parking lot of his apartment complex.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Bro, making money. I don't know what his issue is.
And even if they be like, oh, I ain't ready for home ownership, rent a condo, a townhouse.
You could buy a condo. Buy a condo, and at least when you move on, you can rent it out.
Some people just aren't ready for home ownership. It's a lot.
It's a whole lot of them. This
It's
is
a
what I
lot.
do for a living. And I'm telling you, folks have 11 excuses for why they don't. And then guess what has happened?
Right.
I've had people call me in tears because their rent doubled.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, you cannot control what that landlord does. I don't
At
care if
all.
you've been there 27 years. I don't care if you were born in that house.
At all.
You can't control what that landlord does. And in the frenzy of 2021 and 2022, a lot of landlords sold their whole portfolios because the equity had exponentially increased. And they're like, man, I bought this thing in 2009 for $28,000 and it's now worth $300,000. Sell it.
A lot of people are selling right now.
And even if the new owner made it a rental property, your rent was $700 before, now it's $1,900. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's ridiculous. Our economy
Atlanta is insane. I'm licensed in multiple states and
worse
it's
in
crazy
Florida.
everywhere. I'm licensed in Florida
It's worse.
and it is bad down there. It's like, dang, ain't
A
no
shoe-
deals.
A shoebox is $2,000.
No deal. And we ain't even buy the water. What you talking about? Like, it's bad.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a condo down there. I really want a house, but I can't see paying that much money to live by the water. I want to be close to the water.
And just pay them a little docking fee. every month.
Baby, I want to live on the water anyway.
And you can rent it out.
And you can rent it out. That's like, you follow Coach Stormy?
No.
Okay. I know that she bought a yacht and I was thinking, I was really thinking about, dang, I might want to try that one day. That might be a goal.
I would look into it. It's can't go wrong. Clickaboat.com. Listed on there and rent it out.
Wait a minute. Clickaboat.com.
That's the name of it.
That's a whole site.
Yeah. And that's where you list your yacht with your hourly rate, and you can rent a yacht. Clickaboat.com.
Can you find boats to rent on there too?
It's just like it's the Airbnb for boats, for yachts.
Y'all know where I'm going when she get done, right?
Click a boat, yeah. And you can finance a yacht the same way you finance a car.
Yes, you can.
And I promise you that when you rent it out, you're going to make enough money to cover the monthly payment for that yacht and make a profit. The power of credit. OPM.
Other people money.
I do not believe in spending my own money for nothing.
Okay. Okay, so I want to make sure that I don't forget anything, and this is not my industry, so I don't know everything. Is there anything that we didn't cover that people need to know that you offer? So we talked about personal credit. You
Mm-hmm.
can do. She's selling the DIY kits now. You got business credit. You got business funding. You got trade lines. You got the knowledge of the CPNs.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you offer?
Coaching, business coaching.
Coaching. Tell me about your coaching services.
It's a 12-month program
Okay.
because I do everything with you from start to finish. And it's
Nice.
for those who are wanting to start a business or who already have a business.
Mm.
And the way to tell if you're a good candidate for the coaching program, if you are a business owner, is to ask yourself if your business is making 6 figures a year. If your business is not making 6 figures a year, that means you're doing something wrong.
Mm.
We're going to go back to the beginning and just rebuild.
Mm.
Because a lot of times is one little piece that you're missing. Um, if you have a decent to good credit score, there is no reason why your business should be generating 6 figures a year. That's the foundation, and a lot of people
Okay.
skip that. They
Mm.
rather self
Self
fund
funded. Yes. You setting yourself up.
instead of just doing the work or paying someone to do the work to
Mm.
repair your credit. That is the key to generating 6 figures a year. Because if your credit is good, and I know people be like 6 figures, it's not that hard. If your credit is good and you get 5 credit cards that are, let's say, $30,000,
Mm.
which is not hard when it comes to business credit.
Mm.
It's a little harder to get a $30,000 credit limit
Personal.
on your personal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have 5 credit cards, that's at least say $30,000 in your business name. That's over 6 figures.
Now we apply the leverage.
You use those credit cards to fund your business. And the beautiful thing about credit cards is they are never ending. There is revolving credit versus a loan. Once you pay back that loan, that's
That's
it.
it. Yeah. Now tell me this. I heard this before. In personal credit, utilization is a big thing that can weigh you down.
Hmm.
But in business credit,
They don't care. They expect for your card to be maxed out because you around here taking care of business, baby. You in that kitchen whipping. You know? You in the salon fried dying and laying them edges to the side. They expect. A
yes.
good business should be using the full limit of their credit card. If you are not maxing out on your business credit card, that look like you ain't got
You
no
don't need it.
clientele. You
Yeah.
don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. So
So
that's
yes,
there's a difference between the utilization of personal credit and that of your business credit.
yes,
So if they give you 100, baby, have your business plan intact so that you can spend that 100,000
invest.
effectively. Invest, not spend. That's a bad
Lord,
word.
I want to get up and I want to take these shoes off and take off like I do in church. Invest.
Yes.
I made a, the best investment of my life using OPM.
Mm.
I ain't gonna say who because I used their money and then wiped it off my credit report. Don't judge
Holla, holla.
me. So I ain't gonna call out the bank name.
Oops.
I'm the goat, respectfully. But I own over 1,000 Airbnb properties and didn't spend a single penny of my own money off of a credit card. A high limit
Did you
credit
wait,
card.
wait, 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 wait? You said 1,000.
Over 1,000 all over the United States, all over the world. I had one in Aruba.
That's our
Up
place.
until
The happy place.
what month we in? August, July. I
Mm.
sold the last one. I built up these Airbnbs: Orlando, Vegas, DC, Hawaii, Aruba, Aspen, Big Bear Lake, like all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Decorated them. That's my guilty pleasure. I love interior
Mm.
decorating. That's what I do when I'm tired of
Nice.
numbers. I do that. It's therapeutic for me. And was renting them out at that time in my life. I was like, yeah, more Airbnbs. I'm gonna make money. Da, 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 da. As I've gotten older, I realized quality over quantity.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I said, okay, me pivoting again. I sold every single last one of them. I sold the last one last month in July, and it was the one here in Atlanta in Midtown, not far from the
Mm.
Fox Theater. I had some sellers who would buy the Airbnb as is, meaning with the furniture. They love the decor. I built it up. It got bookings all the way up till next year.
And that
They
when
just
you
take
do
over.
that, just understand that adds to the value of the property. When you can
Yes.
show that income, an appraiser counts that.
Hmm.
So just know that.
Yep.
So I love this tag team where
Yes.
you can talk about the finance and I can
Yep.
talk about the real estate. Ooh,
Yes.
I
That's
love
what I
it.
did. Some people wanted to furnish it themselves. I say, okay. Got the U-Haul, took out all the decor, took everything down off the walls, and they got just the location
Mhm.
and the bookings, the Airbnb bookings, the clientele.
Yeah.
And what made me do that is my new pivot is I want all international Airbnbs. So I'm going to take the money from the thousand Airbnbs that I've sold, and I'm going to go to foreign countries and open up Airbnbs over there. It's cheaper, it's less of a
Less
headache,
regulatory stuff.
and I'm going to
Gosh.
do that.
Woo.
I don't have to
Listen.
worry about the upkeep, the maintenance, none of that. I don't even have to purchase. I can rent. I will lease
Yes.
overseas. Bali,
And
$800 for a penthouse. $800 for a penthouse. Come with dry cleaning services, all of that.
800 for the month?
800 a month in Bali.
Who coming to Bali with me?
The currency exchange in foreign countries, not all, some foreign countries are higher, but in majority of the foreign countries, the currency exchange is in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
Africa, for example, is one of them.
Yeah.
Definitely doing Africa, definitely doing Jamaica, definitely doing Bali. I'm not doing Aruba. That wouldn't be a good one. It's expensive.
It is.
But opening up international Airbnbs by leasing or
Yes.
renting over there. Because guess what? In foreign countries, there is no such thing as credit. Credit is only an American thing.
What?
The United States is the only country that has credit.
I need to ponder on that for a second.
For example, you know what it takes to own a house in Jamaica?
What, cash?
You want to see your bank statement, show your ID, social security card showing that you are a U.S. citizen,
Hmm.
and they go look at your bank statements. If your bank statements show that you can afford the house, they will issue you the loan to get a mortgage in Jamaica.
Wow.
That's to buy. There's no such thing as credit.
How
in
did
those
we
countries.
in this country get? We different from the rest of the world on everything. I'm still trying to figure out why we not on the metric system and every other country is.
Because we ghetto.
Like what? Why I gotta figure out kilograms and milliliters and all that stuff every time Man, I be just
Because
wanting
we're
to
the land
order
of the free.
on Sheen without trying to figure.
We have the freedom of speech, the
Oh
freedom of
my
this, da, 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 da. This is where you
gosh.
come to be what you want, when you want. Rules don't apply. There's no restrictions. We accept them all. Come from near and far. And you got to realize different people have different personalities, different upbringings, different expectations. We are a melting pot.
We
but
are.
you have to realize what comes along
With that.
with the melting pot.
Yes, man, you get a hodgepodge. You get like the potluck of life
There's a
here.
lot that comes with it. America is great in a lot of ways, and it's bad in a lot of ways.
Yes,
So is every other country.
man.
Yeah.
She's giving me, and I did so. Yeah, I'm not even going down that rabbit hole. We're gonna rent some properties in various foreign countries. Do your research. You know where else is somewhat untapped and financially friendly. There's two. Belize. I almost had a property in
Yes.
Belize, year before last. At two blocks from the ocean, $59,000.
Girl, why didn't you get it?
I was going through a little something.
I
No, it
got-
was three. It was in 2021. This one, this was, and I tell you off camera about that
I
one.
would got that.
I tell you off camera about that one.
I would got that. Now the economy so high. And there are some countries that will pay you
Yeah.
to come over there and buy a house. They will give
Roatan.
you money.
Roatan is another nice one to go to. Roatan is on my register. I've been there about 4 or 5 times.
I haven't
Um,
been yet.
I like Roatan. Panama is on my register too. I never been. You been there? I never been to Panama.
Panama,
The
not
country.
Florida. Okay,
No, the country Panama. We
I
talking other
haven't
countries.
been.
We not even talking about.
I haven't
So
been.
we passport sisters, okay? Not in the sense that the bros are. Well, I
Black
don't know about
people,
you. I
black people got to stop being scared to travel
stop being
internationally.
scared. Like stuff
It
happens.
will
You can
change
go
your
to the
life.
grocery store and not return home because some idiot decides to walk in with an assault rifle. So stop being scared. Do not live your life in fear. Please and thank you.
Get outside of your
Give
city.
your
Get
children
outside of your state.
experiences, not stuff. They don't need no another game console. They don't
They
need
need a passport on their stamp.
they need a passport. Let's decorate passports this year. You can get a passport for $130 and start traveling the world.
And it will change your
It will
life because you
change your life.
see
It will
how other
change your
countries
children's
think
lives.
and process and move.
Exposure is the biggest factor in a child's success because if they don't ever see anything outside of the few square blocks in your neighborhood, that's what they're going to think the whole world has to
And the
offer.
world is
And the world is so big
and beautiful.
and beautiful. When you start to interact with other girl, the first time I went to Puerto Rico, even though it's a United States territory, it's a different world.
Yeah.
There was a little mariachi band playing on the side of the road in this little marketplace I was in. When I tell you, I had about 100 people in the middle of the street doing the electric slide. It's like people would just vibe with you. Like you can set the tone wherever you
Island
go.
life is the best life.
Island life. I'm telling you, it's a beach with my name on it. No, 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 no. It's an island with my name on it.
You but that's what I'm talking about. It's levels to this.
Yeah, I was talking about a yacht, baby, but I want to own an island.
She get a double blow. Baby, dream big.
Dream big. I could show you my phone. I just texted that to somebody right before you got
Dream
here.
big.
Honey,
A
listen.
lot of y'all need to go on Pinterest for motivation, inspiration, to make
Yes.
it happen.
Yes. Or follow us on social media because, baby, we living. I don't know. I've been, let me see. Earlier this year in the spring, I was in 4 countries in 3 weeks and several countries here. Literally travel the world blowing bubbles.
I know that's right.
Like, I just want to blow bubbles everywhere, spread love and bubbles, and I give them away. Like,
As you should.
as I will continue.
Oh.
So, I just mentioned, people should follow us, follow you for inspiration, information, and all the things. Where can people find you, follow you, support you?
So, social media on Instagram. My Instagram is I am Miss Classy. So IamMsClassy. Facebook is Renisha Toombs. So RaneishaToombs. Website is, well, I have two. For my credit, personal credit, or just credit period, it is classycreditllc.com. So CLASSY credit LLC.com. For my personal website for like my coaching, bookings, things like that, it is I am missclassy.com.
Awesome. And you said the booking word and reminded me. So you're available for public speaking and workshops and retreats and all of those things.
Yes.
What can people expect when you take the stage?
To to leave feeling full.
Mm,
I give the whole bag.
I
I'm
love
not a
that.
crumb dropper.
Oh, I love that.
You will be educated. You will be inspired. You will feel like you're talking to your homegirl, your little
Mm,
sister, your auntie, um, and you're going to leave with the tools you need to break generational curses. Like I'm
I
very
love
big
that.
on that. I hate. You're gonna get more than what you paid for.
I love, love, love that. We are all about legacy here at the Blowing
Yes.
Bubbles podcast, and we're very much in alignment, and that's why we connected instantly when we met a few months back. So I love it. And if you didn't know, Ladies, this is only for the ladies. Sorry, fellas, but this is for the ladies. I have a community right now. It's just on Facebook, and we will be migrating to my own little ecosystem. But Accountability Circle of Excellence. Look it up. Accountability Circle of Excellence. Actually, you can go to a circleofexcellence.com and you can get there and just do the couple questions and join the community. Sister Classy is going to be a part of the community, and we're going to do ongoing education. We are going to continue to build and build and build and grow and expand people's minds. She got the financial, she got the money set, I got the mindset. The sky's the limit. There no ain't no limits.
Sky is not the limit.
There are no limits. Like if you tell me you want to go to the moon, baby, we're gonna help you get a game plan to get to the moon. Okay? So a circleofexcellence.com, and you will be able to do all the things that set you and your family up for success today and going forward. My sister, I am so honored to have had you in the studio today. This was dope. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I learned. I had fun the way that I was asking questions, but for real, I was learning. I don't pretend to know all the things. Before I applied for a mortgage a few years ago, I had pretty much the crappiest money habits in the universe.
Growth.
Because here was my problem aside from not being taught. I always made good money. So I got everything I wanted.
In cash. Yep.
Got everything I wanted. Even when I financed it, I ain't pay attention to the interest rate because I got what I wanted and I could still afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have the wisdom to really be like, girl, you're paying triple for that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a brand new car, but you got a Mercedes car note on a dang Chrysler minivan.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy. I didn't. So I'm being honest. Let your pride go to bed, and matter of fact, murder your pride. Most of us, we don't ask for help or seek the help that we need for our finances because we're ashamed. We don't want people in our business. You can't get anywhere like that. That's just as foolish as going to the doctor and not telling them that you've had this lump in your breast for the last year. We can be doctors in your life, so to speak. So if you're not coming to us for services, you can most certainly find somebody who's reputable, who's going to help you.
Yes.
And who's going to get you on the right path. And if a person is just telling you something, they're not showing you anything, you're not seeing how to be self-sufficient in this walk, that's a bit of a red flag for me.
Right.
So find somebody who's going to educate you all the way around. Like you're going to have a holistic experience with us. So
you should feel full. Find someone who overflows your cup. After talking to them or working with them, if you don't feel full, that's a sign.
That's a
Your
sign.
gut never steers you wrong.
Ever. Learn to trust it. Learn to trust it.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
It's always so much fun when we get together.
I know. We got to do it
always
more
so much
often.
fun.
We got to do it more often, y'all. I'm going to have to tell you about my event. Yeah, we're going to have to talk because I'm ready to stop this camera, honey. September 1st. I want to know. Hit me Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things. Email. I got the easiest email in the world, karanahosey@gmail.com. If you know my name, you can find me by email. I do have all my domain names, but you can find me at contact@blowingbubblespodcast.com because I have the proper domains. Okay. And I'm going to end on that note. I can't say anything more. I want you to make sure you keep growing, keep glowing, and basically keep it popping. Double blow.
Wait.
Ooh, I'm going to blow it again.
I got a little bit. Wait.
Ooh, these bubbles cheating me.
Girl. I'm going to just blow a kiss.
Yes. Stay popping.